Lovely people. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing fantastically well. Yes, Toby, you seem to be in the wrong stream, my dear. Are you all right? Are you feeling okay today? Yes, I'm going to play a bit of Conan Exiles tonight, friendos. This is just what I want to do. I've had a few days of being in that kind of like, do I have a cold? Is it allergies? Why can I not stand up? Do you know what I mean? When you feel like the bus has hit you and you just want to like lie down and stuff. That has been me really, like over the weekend and whatnot. What even date is it? Is it Monday? It is Monday. That's a bad sign. Yeah, so I just want to play a bit of cozy Conan Exiles. I want to like revisit our beloved friendos in this game. And I would like to start doing a bit more Conan once more. I've had a bit of a break. Obviously, there's not been a lot of kind of content released lately while they've been busy with that Sandy situation. But hopefully they will be bringing out some more content for us poor exiles. Do you know what I mean? Hard done by, neglected, and bored. So, yeah, I do want to do a fresh playthrough. There's always a fresh playthrough on its way with this game. You know I love it so much, but not quite yet. So yeah, maybe a couple of streams here and there and maybe some guides on their way on the YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, do so, please. It's the socials in the chat. Oh, sorry, I sound so tired again. Oh, gosh, there you go. There's the socials in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, I would appreciate it. Follow me on Twitch if you're watching elsewhere. Hello, hello. So tired every time at the beginning of the stream. I do apologise, friendos. But once more, I shall steal your energy, friends. Yeah, did you all have a lovely weekend? I hope it was nice. I was literally just like lying down the whole time on Sunday anyway. Was it on Sunday? No, Saturday? Saturday? I think I just lay down the entire day. So there you go. We'll get through it together, people. Valkyris, my dear, so good to see you. How you doing? Kevin, thank you so much for the 34 months. Thank you so much for the tier 2 sub. Super appreciate the extra support. Very helpful. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Kevin, are you back from your holidays? Was it nice? Did you get a suntan in Wales? I have questions. Was it lovely? What was the most Welsh thing you ate? I have questions. Moth, my dear, so good to see you. Moth got first today. Well done, lovely. Hope you're doing well. Moth, the skincare arrived in the post today. Yes, today. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. Oh, and breathe for energy. Respawn, my dear. Hello, how are you doing? Morden, a return to Conan, indeed. Yes, indeedies. Excited it's Conan today. Me too, me too. Do you know what? I have opened Conan a few times over the last weeks and like been considering doing a stream on it, and I've been like, I don't know what to do. Today it's been so long, I just want to play the game. So we're just gonna like knock about, go around some NPC camps, maybe do some dungeons, I don't know, just play a bit of Conan, catch up. I want to hear like what's been going on with you, if you've been playing the game, if you've not been playing the game, you're kind of bored waiting, or bugs, it's too buggy, or the bugs are great. What's your experience at the moment? Oh yes, always bugs good. Rin, hello, how are you doing? So good to see you. Randy, hello. It is a Conan stream, indeedy. Phantom, hello, my dear, so good to see you. Oh my goodness. John.
J0HNM0 is just subscribed with Prime.
Come on now, Brian. In the age of AI, can you not work out that, says John Morris? John, thank you so much for the Prime, much appreciated. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, thank you. Crikey Charlie, Alpaca, hello, good evening to you, hope you're doing well. Toby, who is confused about the game, hello my friend, how are you? It's alright, have a little sit down, you'll be fine. Good to see Aloe in the inventory once more. Cozy, there you go, all is right with the world, friendos, this is how it should be. Hello Tegwind, how you doing? So good to see you. Oh, I need to update my little thing. I always forget to do these things. One moment. Let's get rid of this. Do the thing. I always forget to like change it. Is that it? There we go. Perfect. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Just started playing Conan Exiles. I've been living in your latest playthrough series on YouTube. Oh, thank you for being hugely entertaining, extremely helpful and guiding into Exiles. I'm stoked to watch you playing live. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate that. Honestly, it's really nice that even when I'm like having a bit of a break from the game, people can still like enjoy the playthroughs and stuff. You know, all that chitter chatter hopefully is going somewhere. Is it a lurgy or just withdrawals from being all piratey? That is a possibility for Bull. Yes. I was even thinking about doing a Skull and Bones stream at some point. Is anyone interested in seeing that? And then maybe a bit of Sea of Thieves, just to do a bit of pirate comparison whilst we're having some crosswind withdrawal. I don't know if you're interested in that, people. I've never played either of those games, Sea of Thieves or Skull and Bones. And I have Skull and Bones as a free trial you can do, basically. So there you go. Eagerly awaiting... the game, yes. By the way, if you have been watching the Crosswind playthrough, I have so much content to put onto the YouTube channel, which is a burden and a wonderful thing, I guess. It's a curse and a great thing. What is the opposite of a curse? Anyway, blessing, there you go. So I have been releasing it on the live tab. So if there's any of the series that you're looking out for, like the Subnautica series, the Enshrouded series, you're waiting for on the YouTube channel, check the live tab. Quite often I don't notify subscribers with those because I've just been pumping them out kind of quickly. And you can only like have 3 notifications a day. Sometimes I've been releasing like 3 things in a day and whatnot, and streaming and stuff. So there's that. I also have the Crosswind series. There's a bunch of Crosswind episodes to release as well, which I just need to do a bit of editing on and get them uploaded. So keep an eye out. There is content coming constantly. So tired. Hello, Ken. Yes, missed that game. Me too. It's been such a long time since I even I've opened the game to refresh timers. I've opened this world just to kind of prep for a stream and not end it. I've just been like, sometimes I open games, I'm like, do I want to do this today? Do I want to do that today? I'm so indecisive sometimes. But yes, no gameplay whatsoever, so I'm looking forward to getting back into it. Very relaxing. Good. Got both. You got both of what, Phantom? I've missed something. Oh, you've got both Skull and Bones and Sea of Thieves. I see. Excited to participate in your live stream for the first time. Hello. How do I say that? Rice? Right? Reese? JC? Let me know. On episode 10. Yeah, I'll probably put one out maybe later tonight or yes, I'm going to... Reese, thank you for the clarifying. Welcome, friendo. Yeah, I'm going to just kind of put those out as frequently as possible, Moff. I've got so many episodes to put out. I'm glad you're enjoying it, lovely. No pressure. No, I appreciate it. That's fine. It's nice to know people are watching it, honestly. It's just so yes, we do have a giveaway on the stream today. A DLC of your choice, excluding Scepter or Seekers of the Dawn. I don't have those. Exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat if you'd like to enter the giveaway for a DLC. If you don't have all the DLCs yet, or if a friend of yours would like a DLC for this game, it's a Steam code. It's not for console. Unfortunately, I never get console codes. I'm so sorry about that. I would love to be able to give those away. And rest. 8,000 words and then deep breath. Anyway, let's have a little look around, shall we? Let me just make sure little situation is here. There we go. I imagine, do you all have all the DLCs already? I presume so. Many of you do. Okay, so I thought we would leave Leah Neal to have a bit of a break today, even though she's been incredibly bored all this time. And I thought we would get an Oyvind tool tree out of the box. You might notice that whilst he has his glorious shiny head, perfect for battle, I have blessed him with this magnificent beard because it pleased me to do so. I have also improved quality of life modded him somewhat, so he's just a wee bit tankier than usual. You may see a bit of chest depth and hip depth and stuff. So he looks like a proper warrior. So I've never... Oh, wait. Hold on a second. How did I... Wait. Oh no, that's the wrong helmet, that's why. Oh no, it isn't the wrong helmet. Okay, so I guess if I unequip something, do I have to fashionist him again? Oyvind. So this is the fashionist bench. I don't expect too much in tutorial today. I'm just super tired. But basically, if you have the fashionist mod, you place a fashionist armor stand, you fill it with whatever you want to do, whatever you want to equip on your followers, and then you find them, you tick it, and you click distribute outfit. You can also hide the helmets there if you want to. But who would like to... I want to see his nice helmet on his head and his beard and whatnot. So that should have distributed back to him. There you go. Now he's looking like he's wearing the same thing. He's wearing the usual heavy gear. So he's wearing Silent Legion helmet crafted with a shield right. This is going to be an interesting test of my memory, isn't it? Void Forged Dragon Ribs, shield right. Also bulk plating as well, which you get from completing the Wallmaker dungeon. Silent Legion medium gauntlets, bulk plating, shield right crafted, same for everything basically. Champions leggings, which you get the recipe from the Wallmaker, and then perfected heavy sabatons you get from doing the Master Armourer journey. There you go. This Silent Legion stuff you get from doing the Black Keep. Void Forge Dragon Ribs recipe you get from the arena. Sinkhole here. Okay, so he's going to come with us. Now, he's completely unleveled, and I just thought it'd be kind of interesting to have somebody who is completely unleveled with us. I did buff him, but I don't know how long we've got left on these. I gave him a salted pork for 15% strength weapon damage. I gave him elixir of might for 10% strength weapon damage, and 15% from his cooked pork rinds, which our friend Doombringer has in his inventory. So he's been standing around for a bit. Let's just rebuff him, shall we? So we're going to put the salted pork in there, right click on that so he eats it. Cooked pork rinds, he'll help himself too. And then we want to give him an elixir of might for a bit of extra strength. There we go. You can triple buff your friendos, unlike us, which we can only double buff. So I'm going to use a potion for jungle grog, which is going to be my food buff for agility, and an elixir of grace. There you go. All right, I remembered the things, people. Well done, me. What else? Let's put these in there. So Doombringer's going to come with us as well. Oivin's going to come with us. He's defend on attack. Let's make sure he's aggressive and a short chase distance like this. There you go. He's got a momentum mace, so he should do a lot of damage. Oivin Talltree is a dancer from the Nordheimer faction. He and Leonil are both excellent dancer choices. They are reasonably tanky for like the modern day fighters. Rufflecopter. This is obviously completely unleveled, and they get decent amounts of HP for a dancer, and they do a decent amount of damage. So that's why we're taking him with us. So he's going to be a good friend. Not only that, will he will also clear our corruption in the Unnamed City, which is where we're going to go first, whilst I warm up and try to remember how to play this game, even though I have 8,000 hours. There you go. Always put thralls, absolutely. Has he been to us? But I like the beard. Yeah, I was like, I was like, why have I never thought to give them beards before? Wait, am I in? I am in creative mode. Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
Tegwin just subscribed for 4 months.
Let's get him over here. Tegwin, thank you so much for the 4 months. Welcome back. How are you doing? What should we use? The Baltier's Razor. Now, I have not even swung an axe. I haven't done a single thing in this game except refresh timers on our community servers. So I don't know if I can still fight. You know what I mean? I have like exile doubt right now, which is a very specific form of self-doubt. So he's already level 3. Beautiful. Now, I don't worry too much about what I feed them to give them the best chance of leveling in specific perks, right? In specific attributes. Because I just want to make sure that while they're leveling, they're going to do the most damage. He's wearing gear that will make him do more damage. His food will make him do more damage, that kind of thing. And he's got gruel just for healing, basically. Gruel and then a bit of weak aloe extract as well, so he can heal up between little combat skirmishes or whatever, just so he's not burning through too much gruel. And that's just his very cheap heals kind of combination. Yeah, let's go around and fight some bosses. I'll take you on my usual route, which is very familiar to many of you, I'm sure. Hi there. I love the combat in this game, and I always miss it when I'm away, and I'm always so satisfied when I come back. You know, we've had a few patches of, like, questionableness. What is it? Chapter 3, Age of War, question mark, was, like, the bad one. Chapter 2, yeah, Chapter 3, Age of War, I think was the kind of bad one. They kind of messed things up for a while. And most recently, they have changed the stamina costs. Changed the stamina costs, so you can now do, like, full combo of heavy attacks. With even the most, the smallest amount of stamina. But they've brought back the penalty that we used to have, so we got to kind of watch out for that. Let's use our hammer. I'm using my favourite Vector Corbin hammer, which is an agility legendary hammer. There you go. Cheat mode deactivate. I know. Because when I log in and I'm like flying around the base and I'm like, what should we do today? You know, am I going to play this game? And then I completely forgot, basically. So yes, cheat mode deactivated. I'm not going to take the commander's chest plate, but it gives you 60 HP and it has 250 armor value. Composite obsidian is good. I'm just here for the lols and to take weapons, really. If I see something that I think is particularly useful, I'll take it with me if I feel like it. And so, yes. Also, this stuff will be, like, really valuable. I'll try and explain it when I see it. If you're newish to the game, it might be useful to you. And I've been away for a while, because I know lots of us take big breaks from this game and come back again. Base is bigger than it was in the last video I watched. This is kind of a preview to... Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. I think so. I think the last time I actually played was like 2 months ago, because I think the last video that I released was streamed like 2 months ago. But I have released things on the live tab in the last week from then, so there'll be things you might not have seen. One thing we don't have yet, which is what we looked for in the last like time we met, is a bladesmith blacksmith. I still don't have a named blacksmith. It's not such a huge deal because I'm not really crafting my weapons. I'm just using legendaries. I've got my favourites, you know, with my Bector Corbin, my Baltier's Razor. Once I get to those, I don't really bother with crafting weapons too much. But I am a bit of a completionist when it comes to this game. I like to get my usual things. Did I come out with no water? Nope, I have my cooked pork feast for that. There you go. So that'll fill my food and my water together. Won't affect my temperature. Hello, sir. Can I get you in there, friend? I am spec'd for max agility. What do you take aggro, buddy? There you go. I'll show you my spec. I got max agility, max vitality, 3 perks in grit, 1 in expertise. And my agility perk, I went for dead shot instead of precision strike, although I do prefer precision strike because I'm greedy for damage. But I love all that agility because I like to be super nimble. Siri looks like she's been on holiday, doesn't she? She's in her like beach clothes. She's living the high life. We need like some specs, sunglasses for her or something. There we go, we've got a predatory blade. We've picked up a few of these. This is a fantastic early game weapon. If you can get, as soon as you can get that, you're doing great. Especially if you're doing a strength build, left clicks only. Yes, left clicks only for anything with the predatory ability. So that's why I don't really use it. I don't really enjoy the attack kind of like animation. So you're just doing this basically to do the most damage. And I just don't enjoy it. It bores me. If you want to use it with a shield, that's not a bad idea. Not a good idea to put this on a thrall because they won't do left clicks consistently. They'll do right clicks, just like a normal one-handed sword. And so you'll find that they're not doing a lot of damage with it. If you want to, because it's got this predatory ability, you could put a concussive mod on it and just use the right click for it to use it as a concussive weapon. Some people like to do that. Not really my thing. I like using the truncheons. But it's a choice. So I'm going to leave it on the ground. I already have like a couple in the boxes. Don't need to hoard too many weapons. You could put it in the dismantling bench if that's your thing.
Moth Morty just cheered 300 bits.
Thank you so much.
Glad you're playing Conan again. Thank you.
Thank you, Moth. That's so sweet of you. I love this game. I'll always come back to it. Thank you, lovely. Hello, Thriller. Hello, people joining us. Hello, hello. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Bum, ba, dum, bum. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I love me a bit of Leonil and Oyvind Talltree. There are certain like fighters, dancers in this game that are consistently good. Would you get up there, you bellend? I've been playing another game that you can climb in. I'll let you try and guess which one it is. It's just as janky. Did you? There you go. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum. Right, what shall I use? You feel like fighting a dragon? Okay, let's get the baby first. Now, I do like to solo the dragon to, like, you know, see how I'm doing. Shall we leave Oyvind out of this and do it ourselves with just our daggers? Because it's one of the things that I enjoy. Let's just put him over here. Do 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 do. Bum ba dum bum. Ba-da-dum. So I don't need to worry at all about corruption when I've got a dancer with me, and I just really like that. I hate corruption so much. Now, it would be nice to have him following me, but on like a distant leash, because then he would get the XP. You can see, because he annoys me when he dances, I've put him on this, like, what is it called? I've put him on Juggle, which I forget. Is it Debauchees of Decketo, I think, is the DLC. Now, I'm going to get my butt handed to me, possibly. I'm a bit rusty, people. Hello, Jester. How are you, lovely? When I'm climbing Conan, I really wished I could equip a dispenser belt. Yes. That would be good. But I do love the climbing in this game. And, like, jumping off cliffs and stuff. It's super fun. Okay, ready? So far, so good. I'm out of stamina, which is bad. Okay, gotta get it back. Okay. Stay under the chest if she breathes. Get my stamina back. These are the venom-infused daggers. You get the recipe from the Library of Esoteric Artifacts here at the Unnamed City. I have transmogged them with the pristine Kari blades that you get from the Wine Cellar dungeon. If you think they look extra pretty today, they thank you. And that's what my bow is on the third. I think it's just... I think it's Reach of the Red Mother transmog, though. No, it's not. It must be at the actual pristine Kari bow. Otherwise, it would look like the stats. There we go. Let's get our stamina back up. Okay, let's get our stamina back up. I don't know if I'll ever be used to this, like, punishing stamina for rolling.
Quid just subscribed with Prime.
Ta, thank you so much.
Whether it's dragon or just climate related, everyone.
Thank you for that. Oh, a lady. I'll read that in a second. Brian can't compete with the volume here. I heard it, but it was muffled. Just a small dragon situation going on. The nice thing about these daggers is we can kind of let the debuffs do their job. It's like an advanced version of my early game fighting spiders, really. Is that enough? Yeah. Sleepy times. There we go. Thank you so much. Woo!
Imathweasel_ just subscribed for 32 months.
Avoid the heat, whether it's dragon or just climate related, everyone. That's fair. That's very fair. Thank you so much for the... Oh my goodness. Thank you for the 7 months, Tar. Oh my goodness.
Respawn!
Oh my goodness. Freezer, thank you so much for the 32 months. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate that. Respawn, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. You crazy person. Thank you, thank you. Nap time for the dragon, yes. Oh, I just love this fight. It's so much more satisfying solo, honestly, people. So she has really good loot drops. We've already got this one, as we have most of the things. This is just a very high armor value helmet, which is fantastically good. 312. I'll show you the difference between this and that the one that's on my kind of current follower. I'm always opting for like strength damage boosts over everything else because I like to get the job done fast in this game. Harvest her for dragon horns, dragon bones, cooked leather. All the dragons, like the baby dragons and her, drop cooked leather, which is really good if you kind of doing a bit of a nomadic style playthrough and you don't want to craft things. You can't be bothered making a tannery bench. I relate to that. There you go. What else? Volatile glands. She's a really good source of volatile glands, which you can use to make demon fire orbs. And that's about it, really. I'd probably forgetting something, but there you go. Good one to fight. A good one to like loot and stuff. There you go. I'll show you the difference between the helmet situation. So he's wearing a Silent Legion helmet, crafted with a shield right, with a bolt plating, the recipe for which you get from the Warmaker Sanctuary, and that has 316 armor value. So you can see it's not much different from this Horned helmet that doesn't have a buff on it. So you would get more armor if you put a bolt plating on this. Obviously you can't craft it with a shield right because it's a legendary, and you obviously don't need to worry about durability. It won't be lost on your follower. But I just want this like extra strength damage basically, so I can't really fight that. I'm gonna drop it on the ground. I have one at home. It's a really good one to put on your thralls, on your base defense and stuff. Free like high value armor. What's not to like? There you go. Let's get our trusty friends with us. Look, I remembered them, people. We're doing well. We're a winner. Whoops. Can I? How do I? There you go. Ancient Obelisk event is still on. It is on, yes. The Headhunter caravans are on, yes. Every time I watch you fight, it shows how bad I am. I mean, 8,000 hours, though, Morden. I no-lifed the hell out of this game. So there you go. Hello, Rex, my dear. So good to see you. Choo-choo, thank you, Respawn. So nice of you. First time chat here. Been doing my first ever playthrough. Watched your most recent playthrough on the side. It's been really helpful. I'd like to say thank you for the great content. Thank you very much for leaving such a nice comment, honestly. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad it's helpful. Hello, Niling. Hello, hello. Choo-choo, friendos. Okay. Everybody with me, everybody with me. We're going on a tour. Continuing on the tour. Let's go unfriend ourselves a mini-boss. I'm a creature of habit. Largely because I like to just farm the Unnamed City pretty much like every session at least once, just to give myself a chance of getting the things that I really want on every playthrough. The one thing I haven't really got from the Red Mother yet, I don't think so, is the final breath of the Red Mother, which is the blue torch that has like a week's time on it. Literally like a full week of having the torch in your hand. I don't think we got that on this playthrough, given that I've got glowing sticks in my inventory. Maybe the previous one we did, I got that, which was a really good drop. Otherwise, like Reach of the Red Mother bow is fantastically good from her. She drops a Life's Blood spear, which is okay. It gives you regeneration. I never use it. And one thing that she drops that I freaking love and I'm obsessed with is the Dragon Scale Helm, because it gives you a huge amount of heat and cold protection. So you can run around wearing any kind of regular kind of heavy-ish armor at end game, and then you can pop into the volcano, do whatever you want in the volcano, put this on, or pop to the very coldest places on the map, and you'll be fine. So I love that so much. I think it's really handy. And then I don't need to worry too much about durability. I put an armor reduction kit on it to make it lighter, just so I can kind of carry it around. If I need to put it in my inventory myself, I can, or my camel can carry it. And then ran out of steam. Yeah, that's it really. And you're just good. You can just forget about everything else. You don't need to carry spiced food then, or cooling foods, or ice, or anything like that. Pokey people, not good. We don't like the pokey people. Excuse me. There we go. Thank you, Ophelia. We will take the heart. The heart of the hero you can use to craft these bindings that I have here, which are bindings of the dead you get from the library esoteric artifacts in the Unnamed City. It is like an ingredient for that. But the main reason to farm these hearts of a hero is as you're going round on your tour of the Unnamed City, if you eat it, it'll clear all the corruption that you've gathered. So usually I would do the full kind of round, the full tour of the Unnamed City, and as I leave, I would eat one of those heart of a hero. And if you want to kind of stay here and farm it over and over and over again, then those will kind of keep you doing it if you don't have a dancer. Obviously, I do have a fantastic dancer. Shall we admire his beard? Look at that fantastic beard. There you go, with his ridiculous chest, yes. I don't know why I never think to change... there are answers to that, which are maybe obvious. I don't know why I never really changed the appearance of the male, like, characters, apart from making them taller, just because I always make my character, like, as tall as possible. But I never bother, and today I was like, wait a minute, we could give him, like, a big buff chest and arms and shoulders and stuff, and that might be, like, amusing. So there you go. And a big beard. Hello, Dave. How are you, my friend? How goes it? In hope that the devs will add a few small things. Any hopes or suggestions for the minor things but minor things for Conan perhaps inspired by other games. So you're asking like what my hopes are for the future for Conan based on the games I've been playing like recently. Is that what you mean? I wouldn't mind a glider. You know what I mean? I don't know, people. The main things I want for this game, the number one thing I want from this game is continued support. That's the number one thing I care about. This is my favourite game of all time. Right, I wouldn't have spent 8,000 hours in this game if I didn't love it so much. So number one, I want continued support. I want more content in the future. I'd love continued content forevermore. In order to continue covering the game and trying to entice new players, then we need something like new maps, maybe an upgrade to the lighting system, the graphics, you know, something like that. Map expansions would be the easiest, quote unquote, or, you know, the easiest to win. I mean, lots of work, lots of money, lots of effort. I realise that. I'm not trying to diminish that. And after that, I think, you know, Age of Sorcery is the perfect example of what success looks like in this game. I realise that a lot of us, including me, have some problems with the sorcery, and you know, it's a bit clunky. You know, we need a back button. Just, I know it's not very lore appropriate, but make it fun, make it user friendly. I'm not actually casting spells, believe it or not. I'm using a mouse and keyboard to do so. Give me a back button so that it feels more comfortable. Give me some more potions. If I want to pop a potion of slow falling, let me jump off a cliff and take a potion of slow falling and feel dynamic and cool. It's satisfying. That kind of thing. So yes, in spite of the fact that I had some problems with sorcery, I don't think a lot of the spells are particularly good. They could improve upon it. But that was such a huge success for this game. The amount of new players, the amount of concurrent players that we had when they brought out that and 3.0 was fantastic. And I believe that they could do that again, you know. I don't know. I'm sure they have lots of ideas of things they could add to this game to make it better, improve the gameplay. So that's kind of what I want, really, basically, or a sequel, you know. The important thing, I think, one big lesson to learn is that Ark Survival Ascended has been a nightmare, hasn't it? I mean, so many people who have loved like Ark for years and years and years can't play the game because their PC cannot run that impossible game. Even with a 40 series, I said credit card, a 40 series credit card, that sounds fun. Even with a 40 series graphics card, lots of people still really struggle to run that game. So and I don't want us to really split the player base, but I think a sequel would be pretty damned cool, you know? There you go. These are my thoughts. What do you guys think? For Monday, I'm fantastic. That is all we can hope for, Dave, honestly. Oh, yes. I'm glad they played full price again for base game and DLC if they gave us a good port to Unreal Engine 5. Me too, Belisarius. I'm so passionate about this game, honestly. I really, really hope that this isn't like the beginning of the end, or just like, you know, oh well, we brought out some new like chapters and, you know, whatever, the battle pass wasn't a thing that really was very popular, we're not going to make enough money. I really just passionately hope that we get more content, like for a long time. Give us you know, I mean, Ark brought out so many maps. You could say so many bad things about Ark. I have just been talking about bad things about Ark, but you know, Ark had so many maps and has so many players. I just don't know why we can't try to emulate that a little bit with Conan. I don't know, people. The Unreal Engine 5 port for Ark wasn't good. I know. It's a nightmare, honestly. But and maybe a cautionary tale. But give me a sequel. You know what I mean? Give us a sequel. I don't consider Dune to be a sequel to this game. It's a very, very different game. You know, I don't think it's without merit. I think it can be fun. It just doesn't have the heart for me that this game has. The world doesn't feel as fun. You know, it doesn't feel like, you know, something I'm going to put 8,000 hours into. You know what I mean? Rip Ozzy. I know. Rip Ozzy Osbourne. I know. It's amazing that he lasted so long, honestly, with the life he's had. Writing that on their official page over 1 year now. Game deserved. Awesome start. I mean, we talk about this stuff quite a lot, and I see the regular player base talk about this. You know, and I think most of us would, you know, pay for full price for like an upgrade. But I would maybe a sequel, you know. Dune is a very different setting. I think Dune is just a completely different game. Yeah, it's not like Conan Exiles 2 in any way, you know. Based on Dune, the Funcom devs into Unreal Engine 5 much better. There you go. I think they gave them this game after the recent Dune Awakening. I hope not. I mean, you have to understand that they will have been, I'm sure, whilst they had different dev teams, I'm pretty sure they will have been all hands on deck. I'd have no idea how much money they spent making Dune, a lot of which paid for by Conan Exiles players, right, people? But they would have spent so much money on that game, and they needed to make it work. And I do not resent them that at all. I really want, Dune was a freaking roaring success, you know, its release. I'm sure whenever they bring out like DLCs and new content and stuff like that, it will it's going to be, I think it's going to have a lot of longevity personally, you know. So yes, but I understand that they will have been on all hands on deck, and I wouldn't begrudge them that at all. But now, can you kind of continue making some content for this game? You know, there's a lot of like loyal players in this game. No potions of endowment to play with. Game is unacceptable. Absolutely, Tar. I'm very grateful for that, honestly. But more sliders would always be good. Was never a big fan of the potion of endowment, honestly. Dune has no dog slider. Unplayable game uninstalled. That's it. There you go. Oh dear. Dune might actually bring players to Conan. There was at least one in the subreddit for it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, you know, you play a new game, you play it to death, you get a bit bored of it, you start thinking about what other games that the dev teams have brought out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think, you know, there's definitely a lot of opportunity there if they bring out new content. Absolutely. But I'm shocked how vibrant the Dune RP community is already. Yeah. How many of you have played it, and are you still playing Dune? I'm interested to know. Or are you just kind of like tinkering in your bases and building and stuff? I've seen some chat in our Discord about that. Right, are we being chased by an archer here? Bum bum bum. Do do do. Dun 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 dun. Got bored of Dune. Yeah. I played a lot of it on the beta, and I wasn't particularly interested in covering it really based on that. But you know, I think if you're really into the IP, you know, if you like love the books, love the movies, I completely understand. I mean, I loved the most recent Indiana Jones game to a degree because I'm obsessed with Indiana Jones, as you can tell by my incessant humming. But it was like in spite of a lot of things, you know. I didn't finish it either, in spite of being incredibly excited. I don't know if I've been more excited about a new game coming out than I was with Indiana Jones, because I just love the movie so freaking much, you know. Dune has too much gunplay, didn't interest me at all. You see, I don't mind the gun stuff. I like shooting. I like to do, I play Overwatch in my spare time, although I haven't been for for a few weeks. I've been taking a bit of a break from Overwatch. Excuse me. It's very rude, this guy. Yeah, I don't mind the shooting, honestly. I think that's kind of fun. But I do think I also want better melee fighting, you know? I think there's something about the melee in this game that I find a lot more satisfying than Dune. First single-player games these days haven't brought Dune. Yeah, that's fair. I'm playing Indiana was sad and the annoying woman. The annoying woman in Indiana Jones, and then it just felt like a reskinned Wolfenstein to me. And I hadn't even played Wolfenstein, but I'd watched like some people do Let's Plays of it on the YouTubes years ago. And it just felt a bit too much like that for what I wanted. I think I wanted more. Like, some of it was really good. Some of the like dungeon puzzle-y kind of stuff I thought was like really cool. We just got a second one of these. I should mention these. All of the skeleton bosses have the same loot table. And they have a bunch of really, really good loot that they drop. This is one of the items, and this is my favourite. I would say my second favourite, and probably the only other legendary armour piece that I actually would use. Because this is just a really nice looking... how do I say? Just a nice looking sandstorm breathing mask, and yeah, gas protection mask basically. And it looks exactly like the in-game Aquilonian armor set, you know, like the commander chest piece and stuff like that basically. It looks like that, the Aquilonian. There you go. We already have one. I'm going to drop it, but it's fantastically good. There you go. We just got kind of lucky. I'm always going to pick up the fragments of power. We'll leave the rest. Don't need those repair kits anymore. Oh, he actually hit me. I know I wasn't really paying attention, to be fair. Got to let him hit us every now and again. Lack of single player forced PvP in the deep desert. No mods. Don't know if I'll ever buy it. Not even just in the deep desert either with a PvP, is it really? I mean, they did address that somewhat. They kind of changed. They changed the deep desert so there'd be a section of PvE. I haven't been there, but so I don't know if that's how that's playing out. Interested to know your thoughts on it. Yeah. Have you seen the news about Nightingale, by the way? Nightingale, I watched their dev. They do very nice. I love that company, by the way. I have such a soft spot for them because I think they're fantastic, imaginative, like creative people. Freaking work hard and try to do their best for the community. They did like a dev bite recently, and it looks like Nightingale is going to local game and what's the word? Dedicated servers. So no more online servers, which is interesting. I'm not really sure why they did online servers in the first place, because you never ran into people. And I think really the thing that I think any new survival game should think about is a lot of people in this community and just in the survival community in general want to know, can I be in control of my own game? Can I find a server to play with other people? You know, those are the things people are interested in. So I probably would have gone like, make it single player for your own world, locally hosted, and then give us online servers like where we can like run into other people, not just at the watch, you know, because it takes quite a while to get to the watch. So, and I don't know how they're going to work the watch into dedicated servers and just local games. I'm assuming the watch, if you've ever played Nightingale, is just going to be like, I don't know, empty. I don't know, people. That was a bit of a tangent. Hello, Neff, my dear. How you doing? Did Anna just drop the helm and didn't loot the helm either? Yes, I already have them. I don't need any more. Yep, that's what we do around here, people. Not a loot goblin these days. Do I have a one-handed sword? I did it, and I talked about it whilst I was doing it. Could you get this guy, Oyvind? Come on. Thank you. Let's fight the snake, shall we? I didn't bring like a short sword, which is my usual like fallback. It used to be a lot easier to see in here. Well, we'll get by, won't we? Let me have a bit of a pork feast just to top up my water. Gonna get you in there, my friend. Ba-dum-bum. Okay. So I could do my venom-infused daggers just to get these debuffs stacking. He's doing alright, isn't he? There we go. Do you know what? I nearly went arr because I'm so used to it from Crosswind. Oh dear. I've changed forever, people. I'm a pirate at heart. Do I not have a harvesting tool? Are you alright there, friend? These are fine. I'll give you some more heals. Yeah, take the good quality ones. And those as well. Do I usually have my harvesting tools on my buddy here? Yeah, there we go. That would have been awful, honestly. I would have felt really bad. Okay, so let's get our free skeleton key. There you go. So we can loot a chest. And let's look for our skeleton. What is it called? Fragment of power. There isn't one here right now, but sometimes the little boxes that spawn in around the Unnamed City, sometimes you can get one here and it contains a fragment of power. It's kind of RNG if it spawns in or not. Let's also loot this guy will drop like glands and stuff. You can make poison stuff for your weapons. I never use it. Demon blood if you need that. Very handy. I suggest you get it definitely early game. Once you've made all the map rooms you want to, and you've got like boxes full of demon blood, you might want to leave it behind. But you do you, boo-boo. There we go. Take all the coins so we can buy people in our tavern. Excellent. Or more camels should this one kick the bucket. These are... they're not the set daggers. They're the venom-infused daggers from the... what is it called? Library. You get the recipe from the Library of Esoteric Artifacts from here at the Unnamed City by turning in fragments of power. And I have transmogged them with pristine Kari daggers, which you get from the Wine Cellar dungeon. It's a drop from the mini-bosses. There you go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. What's the best arrows to give to your thrall? It depends on your, like, activities. If you're talking about... I don't really go around with an archer. If you've got a purge going on, I would say give them give somebody a set of noxious arrows and give somebody a set of healing arrows so that they can heal the battlefield if you've got like fighters down below. Otherwise, I don't bother using archers just to run around. I don't know why I would bother. I want somebody tanky to get in there and take aggro if I need to. Basically, that's my best answer. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Get in there, lad. If your followers are using like poison arrows, you shouldn't get poisoned yourself. But if you use them and run into the poison, you should. I think you do get poisoned, don't you, friendos? So that's quite a nice thing if you like want to get in the battlefield as well. Just have plumes of green smoke and white smoke everywhere. It's quite effective, really. Hello, Lumi Tom. They're not the set daggers. They're a very naughty boy. Oh my goodness. I do have such weird mods. Hello, hello. How's it going? Half an hour till work is over and I get my 2 days off. Nice, Neff. That sounds lovely. Sorcery Wisp would have been nice here. Yeah, that's true. You know I don't use sorcery. Come on now. So let's meet our friendly bat. So recently, I think... Is it in the May update? Yes. March. In the March update to the game, they changed this fella so that he will drop a legendary item every single time you unfriend him, just like all the other bosses in the Unnamed City now. And so that makes the Riptide Spear that he drops way, way more like easy to get, which is why we've already got it now on this playthrough. Because, yeah, this playthrough started in March, basically. He also drops like Verminhide pants and boots, which I never really bothered to use. But the Riptide Spear is fantastically important for me. Because then when you go to... If you want to be, like, farming underwater, hiding underwater from another player, because, you know, why would you want to spend time talking to other people? That kind of thing. Or if you go to the Dagon dungeon, you can just kind of, like, relaxingly swim about and not worry about using underwater breathing potions. There you go. Let's get him out of the corruption so we don't get... Not that we need to when we have a dancer, it's just, like... It's just creature of habit, people. He's already level 9. It's a good place to level followers here. Mainly because the skeletons. 2 thralls, 1 berserker, and 1 archer. They run around. Do you? Nice. I mean, you can pick up hardened steel arrows for free from Mounds of the Dead. Those are my favourite ones. That's why I usually carry those, because you can pick them up and they're easy enough to craft. So there you go. There's Verminhide pants. Agility 6 weapon damage. I mean, if you want to rock a light armor set, then great. They're wonderful. I'd like to wear heavy armor even with agility. So I'm going to leave them. We've already got them. This guy will drop... Does he drop demon blood? Question mark? No. No. Just bat skin, feral flesh, and stuff like that. Dropping all these things I don't need. There we go. Beautiful. Dun 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 dun. Do do do. You're just a sea creature that wants to hide in their cave and eat crab legs all day. I've never felt so seen and heard, honestly. Need to test the water dungeons on my new PC if they finally work okay for me. Do you have a new PC? Did you tell me about that already? That's very exciting. How's it doing for other games? There's a couple of funny bugs in the underwater dungeon. Because, yeah, if you draw your bow, for some of the bugs we've had for like so long, and they're such major bugs. And I wonder why they've not been fixed yet. In this whole, like, we're doing some bug fixes instead of bringing out content. If that's what's still happening, who knows, because there's been no communication. Then I'd like to see that bug with the bow in the Dagon dungeon fixed. I'd also love to see the boss in the volcano fixed on single player, so you don't have to run away and come back again just to be able to fight him. Which I think is pretty damn inexcusable, because it's been like that for such a long time. And I have mentioned it. I know that they know about it. I don't know why it's not been fixed. Especially given the fact that you need the shining trapezohedron to free your character from the exiled lands. Excuse me, sirs. Could you stop shooting my Oyvind? Get back here. Bum bum ba da dum bum 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 bum. So yeah, some just like major bug fixes, really. I mean, I'm glad they have fixed so many things in the March update. Super grateful about that. You know, deal with your technical debt. But there's a couple of things that, like, come on now. Hopefully they're in the works. Would love a bit of an update. You know? Any tips for Sunken City? Gonna run it tonight. Any tips for the Sunken City? My biggest tip for the Sunken City is, one, take underwater breathing paraphernalia. You can take breathing potions, which you can craft yourself, or you can get an underwater breathing mask from Buccaneer Bay, from the Animal Tamers, or you can get the Riptide Spear from the Bat Boss just to our right that we just unfriended. He doesn't drop it super often, but he does drop a legendary every time. If you don't have, you probably won't have that the first time you go, though. So underwater breathing potions are my favourite because they completely stop your breath timer, as long as you have like 10 or 20 of those. If you want to like explore a lot in the Sunken City, then take like more of those potions than you think you need. My second biggest tip for the Sunken City is go there fully expecting to fight it entirely solo without your thrall, because there's a couple of rooms, really just one room these days, where your thrall will not teleport into you most of the time. So make sure you're wearing heavy armor, make sure you've got decent heals. Like, you know, weak aloe is fine, honestly, but concentrated aloe is good. And just, you know, use the terrain to kind of like, you know, take your time, avoid the enemy and stuff like that, because sometimes your thrall will not come to you. And then the next thing is take a harvesting tool, because you need to harvest all the creatures in the Sunken City, at least with one hit. Those are my best tips for the Sunken City, basically, without spoiling too much. Yeah. Max agility, max vitality, 3 perks in grit, 1 perk in expertise. Sunken City, beware the small humanoid fishes, they hit hard. Yes. They're a bit crazy and they hit very quickly. Yep. But enjoy yourself. If it's the first time you're going there, it's pretty cool. I do really like it. Wear your best swimming costume. You know what I mean? Thank you. No problem, no problem. I was able to dye armor even though I was over encumbered. Seen a few bugs fixed, but they should post progress. Yeah, I would love to see post progress. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I realise they've been super busy and everything. You know, but I think, you know, come on now. Okay, War Dancer chest. If you want to put this on a dancer, it's great. It buffs your strength weapon damage by 6. Very light armor, but, you know, good strength buff. I'm going to leave everything else. I'm going to leave that as well, even though I love it. It just looks like the Zamorian dancer chest piece. There you go. Greetings from the USA. Name is Mac. Mock. Okay, thank you for that. I was building and watching your 3-month-old stream on YouTube, so that you're streaming, so I thought I'd pop in. Nice to see you, Mock. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Possible, don't aggro. Yeah, don't aggro everybody at once. When you get to the final boss fight, use a bow and aggro one at a time. Stay back, aggro one at a time. Yep. Good tip. Definitely. Don't Leroy Jenkins anywhere in this game. I mean, do it and then be like, okay, I put a bedroll down and I've got, you know, or I've got, you know, summon, what is it called? Summon your body. Or whatever else. Teleport. You know, because you're going to get unfriended. Apart from like super late game when you can really just aggro everybody and you'll be fine. You know, if you're experienced anyway. Hello, yes. This is another one of those places on my usual route where you can get a free fragment of power in a little teeny tiny box. It isn't here right now, but it might be here later if I kept playing. If you're on a server, it'll just be at random times. There's a bunch of little tiny boxes with fragments of power around the Unnamed City. If you want to kind of enjoy yourself and climb around like all these like high places, there are videos, ancient videos from other people, not from me, on YouTube that will show you exactly where every single fragment is. A nice thing to do is you obviously don't need like a lot of encumbrance, but you might want to bring something to clear your, you definitely want to bring something to clear your corruption, either a dancer companion or a bunch of like cleansing brews or something that you can craft to clear your corruption. Basically you can bring like a stack of those, then you can climb around and find all the fragments. I never bothered really with that. I mean, at some point I did a bit of climbing around, but the ones that are just on my route and super quick and easy to get, those are the ones I go for. Okay, so now we're back to the beginning. We've been there. Where shall we go, friendos? Shall we do a little Separoo? You know, I love a bit of Separoo. Oh god, I chickened out of my dive because I knew I was going to die. I was like, I'm going to dive head first off here and I'm going to fall on my head and die, unfortunately. Corpse Delivery Service, that's the real name. Thank you for that. Yep. Sunken City has a boss that spawns unlimited slugs. Yeah, that's a good tip. You can pick them up to get baby sand reapers. Be mindful of the weight. You can pick them up to get baby sand reapers, or if you harvest them when they're dead, you'll get ichor, like endless ichor, which is very useful for a lot of things in this game. So yes, that is a good tip, definitely. Wonderful you managed to catch you on Conan finally live with a veteran. Ah, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Yep, back in Conan. I miss this game. I like covering it because I feel like we get to have a bit of a town hall meeting about it, you know, and I like to catch up with everybody's experiences and stuff. It's nice. So I'm not too worried about a sandstorm when I'm at this level. I got 700 HP. I'm heavily armoured and I just don't care. So I'm not even going to do anything about it. If you are in the early stages of the game, the best thing to do is just have a stack of ref wraps in your inventory and then you can just wrap throughout the sandstorm. Yes, any kind of wrap you want, 90s style, you know, 2000s, whatever's your bag. So we got the shank daggers, which bleed and cripple, which is really nice. I really like those. Nice to slow down an enemy. So I'm not gonna do any rapping today because my throat's sore. I'm so sorry, that joke. When is that joke gonna stop being funny? It stopped being funny a long time ago, but anyway. Yes. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what it looks like if we don't heal at all with 700 HP, I guess. Hail Anna, the aloe goddess, servant of the mighty beast called Squeaky. This is too true. Friend of Doombringer. 35 degrees centigrade for us, is it? 95 Fahrenheit. Oh dear. So Siri the sorceress. Please bless this lowly poem with some rain. There you go. So we should be okay. It should end. Yeah, there you go. So we got down to 391 HP from 700. So I'm just going to heal now. You can drink the potions during the sandstorm, but it's going to immediately kind of cancel the animation. Whereas if you use the wraps, then it'll just continue. God, it feels so dark here, doesn't it? Unnamed City is always so dark. The sandstorm kind of has like a weaving path. There are certain places that it always hits, and the Unnamed City, expect it to always hit the Unnamed City. Otherwise, if you see the sandstorm and you're not taking any damage, generally speaking, when there's no bugs currently, and I don't think there are any bugs with the sandstorm at the moment, correct me if I'm wrong, then it just means the sandstorm is kind of, you can hear the wind kick up and stuff, but you're just not in the path of the sandstorm. There you go, basically. Bum ba-dum bum. Bum ba-dum. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Dun, dun. Could you stop repeating the same message? It's annoying. Thank you very much. It wasn't funny the second time, so there you go. Thank you very much. Past my bedtime. Good night, Anna. Good night, Kevin. Have a lovely evening. The sun's shining, friendos. Yes, I hope you keep cool, friendos. I'm so sorry it's been super hot where you are. Fortunately, it's been nice and kind of coolish in Blighty recently, so there's been no more complaining from me. But I do have this, like, awful hay fever or cold question mark thing happening at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but I think I've been sneezing a lot. And I don't feel like I don't necessarily think I've like a proper cold, which is why I think it might be allergies. Don't know, but it's annoying. So that's how I'm suffering at the moment. But yeah, fortunately it's nice and cool. It's nice for me and Squeaky. Rain was a great relief here in the UK. Yeah, absolutely. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Okay, we'll do a bit of world boss unfriending on the way. Get some keys. I think I'm still going to add new stuff to Conan Exiles. I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. We've been talking about that throughout the stream. I really, really hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I don't have an answer to you. Yep. Just watch out for his swinging attack. And stay out the business end. His poison is lethal to low-level thralls. Once he stacks like poison, it really does work very quickly. There's the swing attack. There you go. So just make sure that you have some... Oh, wrong friendo, sorry. Make sure you have some potions ready. So he is leveling as well, so he's going to be, like, chewing through his gruel as well. So I have the Better Thralls mod, which is why he's helping himself to a potion. Otherwise, I could just right-click on that potion in his inventory to make him drink it. We got a skeleton key for our friendo here. This guy, you can get chitin and ichor, depending on which tool you use. There you go. We got a bit of ichor. I always drop the chitin. I never use it. I'm gonna drop the treasure. I went to collect the box, people. There's no boxes anymore. Here you go. Oh, we're gonna make some more aloe. Bear with. Here we go. It's always very interesting to me. I mean, I have like a ridiculous amount of time in this game, but it's always interesting if I take a huge break, like 2 months out of the game. Wait, May, June, July, yeah, 2 months, I guess. I'm like, will I still be able to play it given how many other games I've been playing and my muscle memory? Will it come back to me? And it pretty much does eventually, you know. Yepers. You and your friend are building Helm's Deep in Conan. Is that what you mean? 36 in Jacksonville? Oh no, that's too hot, honestly. Do you think it's better to go with 2 thralls or the well-trained perk? I like 1 thrall and no points in authority whatsoever because I want to do the damage myself. I don't want to spend points on them because they're already super helpful. I quite like 2 followers for the CC, for the crowd control. So if you're going somewhere where there's a lot of enemies, it can be nice just to have another hammer or sword swinging around on your team just to stop your followers from getting crowd controlled and therefore just killed in the corner because they're just unable to do anything. Well trained is very good because, you know, it boosts their attributes and then they become, you know, more HP, more damage, much kind of tankier. So if you want your thrall to do all the damage, the quickest is going to be to have like well-trained, generally speaking. If you're in like crowds of people again, then, you know, maybe 2 is good. It also depends on the thrall as well. But I prefer just to have 1 thrall with a reasonable amount of HP, good damage. If I wasn't using a dancer just because I feel like it, then I would be using a berserker or somebody from the volcano. Max armor value, max amount of strength, best kind of like weapon on them. Just like buff their strength to hell. Triple buffed strength like from potions and food here, and that's it really. There you go. And that way I still get to do as much damage as possible for myself, and then have a friendo to like take aggro if I want them to. There you go. I used to really love to have 1 named bearer And then I could have I could have them have like loads of inventory spaces and do a reasonable amount of damage when they were super buffed up. You know, not a lot, but enough. But now the named bearers are kind of arse, aren't they? So we're on YouTube and like, so you get some pennies per listen to here. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Decorations cause far more lag than building blocks. Torches in games. Torches with an animation are really bad. Candles, torches, anything with an animation. If you can use radium gem torches, which don't have an animation, they're really good to use. Yep. But yeah, items. Different items, definitely. Miss Anna's Tidwell at you while I lurk at work. Ah, Nefano, we miss you too, friendo. Always good to see you. Well trained's better for pets, wall parties better for human followers. I mean, it depends on your gameplay, though, I think. Each to their own. Just starting another playthrough and it's comfort to my Leon. Always comes back to me. Yeah, that's it. We've got named alchemist. Separoo is a peaceful city. It's kind of neutral. If you attack, they'll attack you back. But there are some people in the medium and heavy armor, encumbrance armor that you can craft in game. If you see those and they yell, then run if you're early game, because they'll hit you without you doing anything to them. I've done like full tours of this place showing you all the different spawn points and what you can get in each of them on my YouTube channel if you want to see those. Sometimes I go through that. Usually at the beginning of a playthrough, the first time we come to Sep, I kind of talk you through it. This is a really good bit to get. So this will teach you the Set religion. So if you didn't learn Set at the beginning of the game, it'll teach you Set, so you don't need to go to the trainer. And then this is Salted Exquisite Meat, which is the agility buffing, one of the agility buffing foods. I prefer these days to use Desert or Jungle Grog because it doesn't expire. And I can pick it up for free. Have I run out of it? There we go. Desert or Jungle Grog because I can get it for free from the wine cellar dungeon, the entrance of that. I can just like drink that and that'll be my agility food. Oh, I forgot he's still on attack everything. I was like, why is he being violent when I'm not hitting? Oh yeah, times have changed. Just started another playthrough and it's come. Oh yes, I saw that. Let's put him on attack nothing. Come here, buddy. He just likes to fight. There we go. See if there's anything good at Sep. So these are always blacksmiths here. It's a good place to check for a blacksmith. These are always carpenters. And sometimes there's a taskmaster in a carpenter spot, which I don't think used to be the case. But these days that seems to happen. So sometimes you can get a named taskmaster in a couple of spots. I'll show you the other one. That's always a fisher person over there, and it can be a lone fisherman. So if you see them wearing light encumbrance armor, then it's a named person, and you can knock them out, take them home. These are random spawns here, completely random. Can be anybody. This is the entrance to the wine cellar dungeon. This is where I got this beautiful bow, which is the pristine Kari bow. You can see the stats there, really good stats. It is buffed with a master weapon fitting that you get the recipe for from the Warmaker dungeon. My venom infused daggers, the kind of visual on those is from here as well, the pristine Kari daggers. I don't know if I'm going to do the dungeon or if we just fight Seth. Can I don't know if I've ever fought him with just a bow before. There you go. So this guy drops, he can drop Jungle Grog and Desert Grog, which is what I really like for my agility food buff, as I mentioned before. But he also drops Seth's Truncheon, which is really, really, really good. My favourite knockout tool. My camel is currently on the roof. So make sure if you come in here, check these boxes for booze, because sometimes it's useful to you and it'll buff things that you like. Okay, now I'm in single player, so I can just go out and come back in here. And the whole dungeon will reset, including Seth's spawn point, which means I can just leave and come back, and farm him for a Seth's truncheon. If you're on a server, expect it to take like 15 minutes. We got some grog. Let's just do it a few times. Bum. That friend on the island, it's always a cook. That's what I said. Yeah, always a cook. That's what I meant to say. Always a cook. And it can be the lone fisherman. That's what I meant to say. Misspoke, friendos. Got a bit of exquisite meat. You know what I mean, people. Hello, Caliente. Hello. Ba-da-bum. See if we can get a truncheon. It is always a cook. Every time, yes. Can be a lone fisherman, which is the named variant. Tried to knock out the lone fisherman, though. She got a rare female spawn, just disappeared in the water. You can get them from the water. They just disappeared. Oh, that's all right, cool. No problem. That happens. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Pixel. This guy hits pretty hard. So be careful if you fight him early game. There you go. So not too many, like, unfriendings to get Seth's truncheon. And we got some desert grog. But bear in mind, you're going to have to wait for, like, respawn. So what you could do is unfriend him every time you come to Separoo. I recommend you do. And then go around Separoo looking at the spawns and stuff, unfriending everybody. And then on your way back, check on his spawn again. Let me just eat some pork situations. When I go in there in single player, everything out here resets itself. So if you've checked the spawns and there's been nothing interesting in single player, it's worth checking. You see, they're spawning in now. Do. See, the alchemist is back. Dead unfriended. Wait. I'm in a loop. She's in a loop. The unfriended people are still there on the ground. But everybody's like reset spawn points. Died to him a lot of times. Yeah, it hits quite hard. I'm gonna have some water. I like pets, but they're a little squishy. Wish there was a way to give them some armor. Like the armored bear. Yes. I think, well, pets need to be reworked, definitely. They used to be good back in the day. Check our spawns. Do. Sounds like they've got hay fever here as well. Hello, TD Fly on my monitor. Okay. This is always tier 3 dancers. You can chuck in a purple lotus orb at their feet and knock them all out together with one orb, generally speaking. Should we... Okay, I'm going to science this. I'm not going to take them with me. If you have a problem with science, I don't really have an answer for that. I just want to check that it's just one. So purple lotus orbs you get for doing the Thrall Taker journey, which should work now. They fixed that in the March update. Thrall. In the journey tab. Where is it? There it is. So if you complete this, it's not too difficult. Access and place a wheel of friendship / pop-up gym. Craft all these things. Place somebody in a wheel. You'll do this anyway as part of the game. You might do. You might not. You might choose not to. Anyway, you get this recipe for purple lotus orbs as a reward for completing it, right? You've got to claim your rewards. Then you can craft this in an alchemy bench, right? Yes, bench. Using purple lotus flowers and black lotus flowers, ? Yes. Anyway, so then you can craft them and then you can throw the enemy's feet, and it's a concussive orb that unless they're named, one should knock them out. And they will kind of knock people out in AoE, and they won't aggro them nor anybody else. So it's quite nice if you're kind of like intimidated by knocking people out. Yep, we should do it. Do. And they all fall down. Lovely. There you go. Don't want them, just wanted to test it. Thank you for like humouring me, people. Thralls always die in this cave. With that tank of a skeleton with the hammer. Have you done it recently, Matt? Because they were way more scary And they really nerfed those guys like a lot, basically. Yep, as hit the water and vanish. Either I got the fall through the floorboard because she dissolved it, unfortunately. Yeah, I would be inclined on a server to relog, and then on single player to run away and come back again. Because if you like, obviously relog on a single player, the whole game resets and you'll lose them forever. But if you just run away and come back, I mean, I know you know that, but that would be what I would check. I know sometimes we don't care enough to do it, because sometimes I don't care enough to do it, but I bet I'd be interested to know. Yeah, although we have lost people in textures and never been able to find them, even when I ghost into the ground, you know. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can revive pets now with the down but not out, maybe they're slightly more viable, but they definitely could do with a rework. I have mentioned this before. I'm not going to do like the full like tour and stuff. There's a bunch of these chests around Separoo. Can I... Is it C? Yep, too many different games. A bunch of these chests with good stuff, and sometimes you can get purple lotus orbs in these chests as well, which is really helpful early game. Can I get you to go away? He's being stubborn. It's because he can't actually run. Do we have a bit of... I'm going to have to get you to come in here. Let me get past you, little friend. There we go. Much obliged. Beautiful. Ooh, didn't know those chests existed. Yeah, so if you like climb around the rooftops at Separoo, there's loads of those chests around. It's really, really good way to tech jump early game. You could get like a full set, can do, of full durability hardened steel tools. What else is hardened steel? Maybe that's the highest. But yeah, full durability as well as like some decorations and various bits and bobs. And some of the decorations, if you place them, you can break them down and get like shaped wood, stuff like that. Really good. Here we go, we got our carpenters. So these are always carpenters, but sometimes this one I think can be a taskmaster. This is like a completely random spawn here. This could be any type of crafter from this faction, basically. This is completely random spawns here. They could be any type of crafter. This is always a tanner. This is always a smelter. And when I say always a tanner, always a smelter, it can be a named variant of that. Or it could be a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Basically, names are obviously better. Oh, there you go. These are always alchemists. You can get a named one here. It could be in place of Zingara, or... Is it only Iblis? No. Somebody else. Anyway, this is always a dancer. These are always fighters. This is always a taskmaster. Always, always. And a couple of fighters flanking him. Or her, or whoever. This is a random spawn and a archer. I mean, even like a crafting area. There's like fighters along the dock. And I quite often recommend like your first knockout. This isn't a bad one to go for because they're quite isolated here. Apart from that patrolling guy over there. You could get like a first go at knocking somebody out. There you go. Oh, Pixel, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. Thank you, thank you. Exclamation mark ticket in Twitch. I haven't mentioned it for ages. If you want a chance to win a DLC for the game of your choice. I don't have Seekers of the Dawn. I don't have Sipter. Everything else is available. And I'll whisper the winner on Twitch. There you go. This is a random spawn here. Can be any crafter. We've got the market. I don't really bother with anything in the market. They show you what they sell. This will give you an extra 60 HP if you eat that. I don't bother with this. This is my flask guy. If you just have like a bunch of silver coins and you really need a bunch of flasks and you don't want to bother with farming crystal and stuff, then you can just buy them from him. I like to do that. Don't really bother with anybody else, really, although you can get spiced food from this guy. Spiced pork if you want warming food from that one. These are random spawn. This is always a dancer. This is a random spawn here. And then this is the Headhunter Caravan event. This is one of the cycling events that they have. They have basically the Headhunter event and the Sacred Hunt. I have a guide to the Sacred Hunt on my YouTube channel. And this event here, for this, basically, you have to knock out sorcerers around the map, bring them to these Headhunter caravans and click on these cages here. If you have unfriended a sorcerer, they should drop a sorcerer's skull. You can bring those and you can click on these, what do you call it, basins or whatever. Ran out of energy there. You can click on these and you'll get some obelisk back, which is the currency for the event. But if you bring a sorcerer on a rope over to these, like you were putting them in a wheel of friendship, then you would get the most obelisk, basically. And then you'll get currency in order to buy stuff from these traders. There you go. And the things you can buy are different from different places. They will all have an item of the Mad Prophet armor, both in epic version, which is obviously higher level, or the basic version. And then they'll all have these kind of like schematics and recipes and stuff like that. Then they'll also have somebody selling combatants and crafters for 200 ancient obelisks and worker. Combatant, pretty decent. You can get some Sipter fighters from here as well, including you can get a Delincia Snow Hunter, who's a very good fighter from the Mounds of the Dead Cimmerian faction. You can get workers, and you can also get named dancers like Oyvind here, Oyvind Tawdry, from these in the crafter option. There you go. You can also buy supply materials. This is arguably one of the best things about this. Because you can get steel. Wait, let's buy some. Let's just get a few and I'll just drop them on the ground because I'm going to open them here. So we got steel, tar, and iron bars. Steel, tar, iron bars. Look at this freaking loot. Highlandberry bush seeds. You can squish these in a fluid press to get. I get tired. Sorry for talking. You can squish these in a fluid press to get oil, or you can grow them and then you can press the berries into berry pulp, which is very good. For when you go to really cold places and you want to drink water, but you don't want it to change your temperature. You don't want it to make it cooler. Obviously, you can make feasts and stuff, or just take feasts, which won't affect your temperature as well. Tar you need for crafting steel fire, so you'll need a bunch of that. You get it as a byproduct from tanning stuff. There you go, more bush seeds, and like we got that from like I don't know how much obelisk we had. So there you go. I'm gonna drop it on the ground. Like pure sacrilege. There you go. There you go. Very good. Okay, we're at the jail now. What is it called? Is it called the jail? Prison. Yes. You can get taskmasters here. There's a journeyman one here. What is it? Journeyman here, but they can be named, including female named taskmasters. If you haven't seen any female named taskmasters on the map, this is one place to get them. Another place is the volcano. There we go. This is a random spawn. Always a fighter, or archer, I guess. Those are always archers there. This is an edge smith. This is a good one, actually. So this one will increase armor pen of weapons that you craft in a blacksmith bench, because it's a blacksmith sort of sub-profession or whatever. You get bladesmiths, which increase damage, edgesmiths, which increase armor pen, and tempersmiths, which increase durability, and can also craft grandmaster weapon repair kits as well. Shall we take this guy? We feel like we've already got him, but we haven't knocked anyone out yet, so shall we? Now we could use purple lotus orbs. I don't have any, and I'm not going to spawn any in to get an advantage. I just like to show you stuff sometimes. So I could make sure that my follower has a truncheon. If I'm going to start knocking somebody out, then I kind of want to make sure my follower has a truncheon, or that they're on attack nothing. And I can also press the flee button, which for me is bound to caps lock. You can change that in your settings. And that just means he won't hit what I'm going for here and end up unfriending them. Usually he'll stay on flee until he loses aggro. So if the person like completely loses aggro, he might reset. There you go. So he's on attack nothing, but I can click to get him to do it. Did I take his momentum? Yep. I'm going to get rid of the dude next to him. This is where I get trapped and killed. So I don't want these guys. me just get... Okay, I'm going to switch back to my truncheon. In case I hit this guy that we're looking for. He's nearly down. There you go. The guy we're after is down, so I can switch to my weapon. Oh, everybody's aggroed. There we go. Beautiful. And here's our friendo. Perfect. Probably best not to, like, run towards other unaggroed, like, friendos. There you go. We got a guy on the rope anyway. Heavy whacking stick of befriending, yes. The cage of friendship. Spent 5,000 hours in Ark, but compared to 8,000 in Conan Exiles, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I mean, I just really love this game, you know. I've just played it full time, like, for a couple of years, really. And I've just kept... Now I stream it, obviously. Bonuses from an Edgesmith and Bladesmith, for example, on stack of the weapon. With bonuses... Blacksmith bonuses stack now. Do they? So you mean you can get confer that you can get the benefits from all of them at the same time? I didn't see that, Thriller. Is that in the most recent patch notes? Well, you get various benefits on benches, so maybe I did know that. But it's still just from one of them, though, isn't it, Thriller? It's not from multiple different dudes. Question mark. I need to look at my bench, really. Okay, let's process this guy. I've got my crafting taming speed on, like, super quick. There we go. Let's give our friendo his weapon back. Okay, he's level 10 already. His first perk is Universal Warrior. Nice. +3 in Vitality, Strength, Grit, and Agility. Nice. I like it. Dun. Do. Okay, one friendo. Good night, Morden. He's in a little bag strapped to trusty old Tomb Raider now. That's it. Do. Ooh. Yippers. Bum bum. Do. Bum 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 bum. Got another Anna the Reaver following your latest icon, so restarting this game. She got an agility boost for her level 10 perk. I see. Cool. People always ask me if she's like an Anna Easter egg, but she's been in this game for like as long as I remember. Yep. Hello, Halamir, my dear. Also restarted yesterday. Did you? I'm itching to do a new playthrough, honestly. It'll be soon. Do. Let's go like towards the den, I guess. Now, if I'd picked up one of those breathing masks, kept one with me, we could go and fight the boss in Shattered Springs. You're not on. You're on attack nothing, my friend. I do have a breathing mask. Should we go fight the dude in the Shattered Springs? Let's go fight the boss in there. Okay, just using a basic Sandstorm breathing mask that I just happened to have with me. Probably should have dropped that and just brought the commander's helmet with me, actually. Do. tend to do a set run with using a spawn near Sep to get a priest early, but turns out usually, as usual, I swapped religions to South this time because of Bones and Ica are good. I see. Okay, so I'm not here for what is it called? Brimstone. These like pillars here are brimstone. In here, if you don't have a breathing mask, you're going to get poisoned and you won't survive. So make sure you have that. Bring your best harvesting tool. Use a mod, and ideally have harvest resources twice as fast perk from expertise. So I'm just going to run to the boss just to get his skeleton key. But yeah, this is a really good place. If you just come here and just clear this place out, get loads of brimstone. Early game, it's probably better to go into a cave to get brimstone. That's what I prefer, like Sinner's Refuge, something like that. But late game, if you just want a fudge ton of brimstone, this is like the best place. Start with the mayor, then ASCP run to the trainers to learn Set and Saf. Yeah, I do. Do you know what? I do really like having to go to the trainers to learn things. I don't necessarily like finding books and eyes and little items to learn the religions. It kind of gives you like a task to do to run around. It's like going to all the obelisks to click on all of those. That's like a part of the game. I do think in some way in making the game easier, they've like taken away a bit of like some important parts of the gameplay for me. I don't know. There he is. Rock nose is going to spawn like in the ground. I can just outrun them. These guys will poison you, so be careful. It's a good idea to have Beast of Burden when you come here if you're going to be harvesting the brimstone, which is one of the max expertise perks. And then you can just run around harvesting these things, especially if you have harvest resources twice as fast. Run around, avoid the rock noses, let your follower do all the fighting. And you could just run around efficiently and just loot these things. But we're here just to fight this guy right now. I think I'm just going to go with my bow and arrow. This guy's a pain because of his AoE. He has a big branch attack as well. I'm not here. I'm not here. You haven't seen me. He's one of the Thrall killers, though. There's that poison. Get him, buddy. Nice. Quick work. I like using hammers on rock noses because they have a lot of armor. There we go. So we got a hardened steel weapon like we do from all world bosses, unless it's a shield. And then we're going to get our skeleton key from him. There it is. Job done. Bonus crystal. Yeah, you can get bonus crystal and brimstone from them. Yippers. You also get lots of like salt from here as well. Don't let Doombringer get hurt. Doombringer has 21,000 HP. He is fine. I never bother with the religions. Honestly, I find it completely unnecessary. I used to like them in the past, but I just don't bother with them really anymore. I mean, it's an element of gameplay if you really enjoy it. If you want it absolutely min-max, which I don't I do in certain aspects of the game, but not all of them, you know. Yep. I've did so much, what's the word? So much religious farming, grinding all the religions to get all the beams and everything and all the, like, buffs and everything back in the day, and I just don't care for it anymore. Crom wins because you get nothing, but which religion do you think is the least used for? Well, I mean, yes, obviously Crom is the least used for, arguably. I like him. So if you do choose Crom, though, you'll get XP from visiting all the trainers. So arguably you could just choose Crom and then get the XP from visiting the trainers if you want to use it to level up. I just choose kind of Zath these days, just for like sorcery, that kind of thing. Who can say no to stealing hearts for set? Yeah, there you go. Like the poison arrows. Nice. Bum 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 bum. Also, like, is anyone you can't choose at the start also? Yeah? Do-do. Eat a bit of pork. Get our water up. With right, see if the big werewolf's in. Maybe we'll get some claws from the bench today. Seems to be like an unlikely spawn these days. Seem to have nerfed that. Hello there. Hey, Tattoo Bearer, not interested. Take our bearer pack. We'll open it later because it'll weigh more closed. Open. Oh, it amazes me how much I miss music in Conan, even if it's only been a week or two. I know, I open the game and it's just like, it's so nice. So he's the same size as the other guys. So he's not the boss, I don't think. Yeah. Just a regular dude. If he looks bigger, then he has some decent drops. There's a Doom Hammer. He has the more of the Hyena. Doom Hammer is just a legendary strength hammer. More of the Hyena is the biggest yield harvest cleaver, harvesting meat in the game, more than the reliable butcher. And what else does he drop? He drops the bestial claws, which I don't find that exciting. He will unfriend the jailer to get a key so we can open that cage. We could knock out the sorcerer and take them to the Headhunter caravan, but we've already done that. So because we unfriended them, we could take the skull and then we could turn that in later if we wanted to. I'm going to take the key for you. This is always a barkeeper. Ooh, we got a trap. He will follow us home. He should follow me as well as him until we get home. We already have like a few barkeepers. So if you don't have a barkeeper or you want him for some reason, well, you will want him to make a tavern bar, whatever, so that it works. But if you don't have enough of them, then you can take them with you. I'm going to like stop following break bonds. Otherwise I'll just get unfriended. This is the belly dance emote that you can learn here. If you just have to watch these ghosts. We've already learned it though. Do 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 do. Several of the religious temples are pretty. Yeah, I miss the. So I like the religion for. I like them for setting up a base to like look nice. It's kind of nice to have all of them like for completion's sake. But I kind of miss the beams. I feel like the beams were like a nice kind of decorative thing to have in your base. And since they stopped those, I don't know. I don't really bother.
There is a strange scent on the wind.
Do do do.
I can taste your stench, human.
Got your first tier 4 bearer. When I saw it, immediately thought of you because of the initial light armor and linen it for me. Ah, nice, nice. Yeah, it's a shame that bearers are kind of balls now, honestly. Dun, dun, dun. What's the trick? You just got to watch the dances. That's all. Did you see the claws? I ran past them. Thank you so much, Reese. Adam was reading chat. Oh, frick yeah. Honestly, I would say like I've been here so many times. I was doing a video for like loot and stuff, and every single time on that, I came here loads and loads of times, and I just couldn't get the claws to spawn. Black claws, there we go. Thank you so much for noticing that. So that's like a rare drop now, honestly. I know some people say they always go there at the beginning of the game, but I just haven't seen them there for ages. On single player, anyway. And even the server that I use for making videos. Yeah. Which berry did you get, Moth, by the way? Exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat if you want a chance to win a DLC for this game if you haven't got all of them yet. I don't have Seekers of the Dawn or Scepter. Other than that, they're all available. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, done with Help-Up? Yeah. I miss the days of like collecting all of them. Back when I'd be on a server for like a year and just like collect all the things and have like displays like people before like thrall caps and stuff. Bum, bum, bum. Do, 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 do. Oh, how long would be a base with all the named thralls, benches and temples? You mean how long would it take you to acquire all those people? Is that what you're saying? You're saying how big would a base be? Or if you lined them up, you would exceed a cap if you're on a server, but presumably you're talking about single player. Yeah, there's loads. I mean, who can give you a figure on that? Probably nobody. What's your favourite map? My favourite map is Exiled Lands. My favourite DLC... I mean, I guess Sipta is my favourite DLC because it's a map and all the other things you get with the DLC usually, like two building sets, a bunch of... 2 building sets and a bunch of different like armour pieces and, you know, I mean, I think it's the best value because you just get a whole map, a whole playthrough. I like a bunch of them and I tend to mix and match now. I always like Aquilonian and Argosian now. I like the Turanian like flooring and things like that. I think Debauches with Decetto is kind of a must-have for me. I like Blood and Sand. I think that's really nice. I love the building set for that. I love anything with vaulted ceilings. personally. But I do think the best way to choose a DLC now is just like, what do you like the look of, you know? Let's drop these we didn't want. Sweet. Take your little pack in your skull. There's a recipe here. We already possess it. Bum, ba-dum, dum. What's yours, people? What's your favourite map? What's your favourite DLC? What do you like? Yeah, if you laid out all the named crafters and everything, benches, temple, like altars and things like that. I mean, you'd have such a lag problem on your to deal with. You're running around Sinkhole doing sorcerer stuff at random. Nice. Yeah, you just have to stand and watch them. So, are people having problems learning the dances? Because I didn't get a pop up then either, to be honest. Although we have already learnt it, so maybe that was why. You prefer Sipter as a map, do you? I do like Sipter. I think it's nice to have a full playthrough experience on another map, and the gameplay is sufficiently different. But Exiled Lands just is my home. I think the map is kind of perfect. I'd like it if they'd expand it. Exiled Land and Savage Frontier. Yeah, I still haven't played Savage Frontier. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's check out Azagarth. Do I have anybody in the wheel? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna assume we're gonna just unfriend people in here. Get you some heals. Okay. Another caravan. Have you done the Freya quest? Oh yeah, multiple times. Ever tried any of the mod maps? Maybe sometimes after if I do more stuff. Yeah. Frontier building sets from the Picked Centered DLC, but Savage Frontiers is a mod. Oh, I thought Savage Frontier was the Picked DLC. Yeah, that is the same, yes. Yeah, the clothing is called, Pictish Warchief leggings and stuff, for the big fluffy leggings. And then the building set is I don't know how you describe it. It looks a bit like snake skin or something, I don't know.
Enemies approaching.
I do like that. It's got a nice, wood interior. Already north. What I like to do though is just tailor the building set for where I'm living, the biome and stuff. So I what I like depends on where I am really. Come on then. You're gonna aggro. Okay, this is a great place to get trapped between a bunch of people and unfriended. You gotta watch this choke. Get away from Doomy. The last part of the Freya quest, 8-hour wait, is a pain. They've reduced it from 8 hours, haven't they? Isn't it like 3 hours now? Sure it isn't 8 anymore. It was 8 on like the beta. Am I wrong, people? Am I misremembering? I mean, I haven't played for like 2 months. Love to see transfer between maps back again. Yeah, I know. I don't know. So either there's some awful like problem that we just don't know about, or it's like accusations of like pay to win, because if you can get like a lot of the stuff on Sipta is just so much better than Exiled Lands. Obviously they've started adding, I mean say started, they've been doing it for a long time now, but they've added a bunch of stuff from Sipta to this map, but there's still some stuff you can't get from Sipta here. So if you would have an advantage. Is there a dude on that bed? What are you doing there, buddy? Never noticed you there before. Da da dun da dun. Do 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 do. Are you? Can you like let me out? Appreciate that. Just trying to jump out there, and I realise I just don't have the tools for that. Oh dear me. Stormglass set, favourite general building set. The Stormglass is really nice. I do love it, yeah. I just think like the Sipta stuff, I love the Flotsam set. I think it looks really cool. You can make like a really nice boat with it and stuff. It looks really nice early game. Ooh, I'll take some freebies that we're going to use anyway. There is a there was a chest in here, wasn't there? A bit of was it in here? No, it was in this one. Did I see it? Was I hallucinating? Yeah, here it is. Heroic treasure is what they call it. So this is worth 5,000 gold coins. If you walk that home to your base and then left click in the region or the radius of your clan coffer, which you have to place at home, then it'll stay where you're at home, and you can either use it to increase the threat level of a purge, or you can exchange it for 5,000 gold coins at your clan coffer, which I like to do, and then you can use it to buy hire friendos in your tavern if you have a tavern, or someone else's tavern if they have an open door policy. Yeah, or you can just use it to yes, raise the threat level of your purge basically, or just make big piles of coins if that's what takes your fancy. Here at this particular altar you can get Lagadara, daughter of Emir, spawning. If you see a really tall, like, lady, like a big lady, like a giant, with blonde hair, then she drops a frost giant pet, bodyguard pet. So if you want, like, a frost giant pet, it's like this big, tall dude, then, yeah, look out for Lagadara there. She doesn't spawn very frequently, but you can farm it. And she spawns at this altar. Do 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 do. What map mod is this? This is the Exiled Lands. This is the basic map. There's no map mod here whatsoever. This is the absolute base map. Yep. And the only mods that I have active are quality of life mods. Yep. Bum. Thought something was tree bark. What did you think was tree bark? The thing on the ground? Do 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 do. If she turned around, I'd love that. Who's she looking at? Oh, she's looking at Doomy, wasn't she? bum, bum, bum. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Oh, you thought the... Oh, maybe it is bark. Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. Frontier set, yeah. Yeah, there's a Legend of Shem map, mod map as well, yep. Not, kind of released recently. Your new favourite mod lets you walk through your... oh, so they don't have collision anymore. Mm-hmm. That sounds very cool. Well, friendos, exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat for a chance to win a DLC of your choice for this game, excluding Seekers of the Dawn or Sipta. I'm going to end here. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky. Join the Discord. If you want to join any of our servers, you can do that by joining our Discord. We have an Exiled Lands map and a Sipta map. Everybody's welcome, as long as you're nice. Do you know what I mean? No paywall, that kind of thing. Quality of life mods only, modded the same as my game here.